Hey guys, what's going on? This is Dagmari Gurman with JetSetChronicles.com. I came home from work last night and I recorded a video. I was inspired to record a video that came straight from the heart. And I was about to post it and I get on the laptop, and right when I'm about to post it, I stopped and I said, hold up, man. This video is not about travel. So I didn't post it and I went to sleep. I woke up in the morning and then I realized this channel, my blog, the vlogging I do, it's not about travel. Like, sure, I do travel a lot. But it's not about travel. It's about life. It's about overcoming your obstacles in life. It's about success. It's about freedom. It's about being happy, and it's about inspiring folks. And so I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and post a video. Okay. So let me take you right to that video. All right. Check it out, y'all. If you like it, please comment, share, subscribe, do all the above. All right. Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry about the light. I'm trying to become a lot more professional with these videos, but it's a work in progress. All right, so if you're watching this video, it's probably because you got a stutter. If not you, someone in your family, maybe a sibling, a kid, or you just have a weird fetish for people that stutter. I ain't judge, okay? So why am I recording this video? Well, as long as I've had my first memory, I've had a speech impediment. I've had a stutter. Right? I've stuttered my whole life. I was probably saying goo goo ga 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 ga. Anyway, right. So I've had a stutter my entire life. In fact, I remember that my mom and dad would try to take me from one doctor to another, try to figure out just what the heck is going on, right? And the doctors would always say, he's gonna grow out of it. He's gonna grow out of it, right? We go to one doctor, he's gonna grow out of it. They also said I was going to grow taller, so they were wrong on two fronts, my buggers. So anyway, each year I'd get older and I would say, you know what, this is the year. Is the video okay? Okay. Making sure it's recording. So each year I'd get older and I'd say, you know what, this is the year I'm going to shed the stutter. I'm going to be free of it. And a year would go by and go by and go by. And by the time I was about 23, I figured out, yeah, I think I'm kind of stuck with this thing. So may as well embrace it. And you know, I've tried to not allow it to hinder whatever I want to do in life, because I've always been competitive. I've always been ambitious, and I've always had a lot to say. I've always been a trash talker, and I've tried to not let the speech impediment hold me back. Now don't get it twisted, because I'm being fluent today. Today's a good day. That's why I wanted to record this video. But I still stutter. Trust and believe, I still stutter. You don't believe me? Go back and watch some of the other videos on this vlog, on this channel, and you will see I cut bits and pieces out because, you know, I be talking, all of a sudden I'm like, ah, right? So I definitely have a stutter, and if you're watching, you got a stutter, I know exactly what you're going through, right? And so I would look for things to inspire me, right? So I would, you know, try to find other people that stutter, celebrities, people who succeeded. And every time I search every time I search and I find someone who has a stutter, it's always someone that's, man, fluent like a mug, right? James Earl Jones, this is CNN International. Or like Celine Dion, I think she had a stutter. Or like, who's the other guy? Was it Dan Rather or somebody else? Every time, George Bush, well, he's not that fluent, but anyway, every time I would find someone who, you know, once had a stutter, they're always these people that are super fluent, and I'm like, man, where are the guys? Like, you know, I'm trying to see someone I'm trying to see someone that stutter like Bernie Mac on Kings of Comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like when the eyes go, you know, you know what I'm talking about, man. That Bernie Mac joint was brutal, man. When Kings of Comedy came out, like, everyone was watching it, right? So we'd always watch it with a group of friends, and every time that part would come on, yo, I never finished the whole Kings of Comedy, because every time that part came on, I'd be like, oh, it's getting late, like right before it came on. I think it came on right after Cedric, right? So after Cedric was done, I'd be like, yeah, you know what, it's about time for me to get up on out of here, because, yo, I ain't want to be around when Bernie start, like, you know what I mean, and all my friends is roasting me. But so anyway, it's hard to find someone that, you know, actually has a ongoing full-fledged speech impediment that's you know, that we can use as an example, right? So I figured I'd record this video. Not that I'm like a super successful individual, but I've reached a place of success that I've defined for myself, and I've done it by being unapologetic, right? I'm unapologetic about my speech impediment. I have a speech impediment, right? So you're gonna have to deal with it. I chose to get in sales at a young age, and you know, trying to sell is challenging to begin with. Imagine trying to do it with a speech impediment. It hasn't been easy, but you know, I've never let anything hold me back, right? Selling, you know, telemarketing on the phone, right? Speaking to a group of people. I've spoken on panels and I've been really nervous, right? Thinking, what if I get stuck on a word? And so the fear is there. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying the fear isn't there. The fear is there. It was there this morning when I was in line at Starbucks trying to order a coffee. And I was in line 5 minutes and it's my turn. And I can't say Grande Blonde or Grande Light Coffee or whatever. And I'm looking at the menu acting like I don't know what I want to order, even though I've been in line for freaking 5 minutes already, right? So I know the struggle is real and most people don't understand. So they associate a speech impediment with your level of intellect, which don't make no sense. But, you know, I'm recording this if you are somebody out there that does have a speech impediment or any other handicap. It can be anything, right? The only person that can hold you back is yourself and your fear, right? You don't let yourself hold you back, right? If people bully you, people make fun of you, who the F cares? Oh, this is the internet. Who the fuck cares? You know what I mean? Just keep on striving. Quick story. The one time in my life that I knew that having a stutter was really going to be challenging, right? I always knew it was going to be challenging, but this is the one time it, you know, smacked me in my face. Ow, that kind of hurt. I had a friend of mine who worked at a big flagship hotel, and I asked him, you know, can you get me a job? I think I was about 18 years old at that time, and you know, I was jealous of him because he'd go to work in suits and stuff, and I think at that time I was working at Five Guys and I would smell like burgers all the time, and I wanted a job at this hotel. He was working at the front desk, and I asked him to get me a job. Cool friend, so he said sure. He put in a good word for me, and I was called in for a job interview. So I wore a nice fresh suit. I went to, well, I thought I looked fresh, but it was probably 3 sizes too big. But anyway, I went to the job interview. I was ready and prepared. I had done some research on the hotel. I'm not going to say the brand, but it's a major flagship brand that begins with an H. Anyway, there's a couple of them, so you figure it out. So anyway, I go to the job interview, and I think I'm acing it, right? But obviously I'm stuttering because I have a fucking stutter, right? But I'm acing it. I got the energy going. I'm answering all the questions right. And so I leave thinking, yo, I got this job. As a matter of fact, I went and bought a black suit the next day because you got to wear a black suit at working the front desk there, thinking I got it. It's in the bag. I don't get a call. A week goes by. I don't get a call. 2 weeks go by. I don't get a call. And so I asked my friend, yo, what's going on? Have you heard anything? So my friend said, you know what? I'm going to find out for you. And the next day he calls me up, and this dude, I love him to death. He's so real. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He calls me up and he tells me, bruh, you ain't gonna get a call. And I say, why? What happened? And he told me that he spoke to someone that spoke to the manager who interviewed me, and the manager told that individual that he's not gonna hire me because I'm going to scare off the guests with my speech impediment. Okay? Soon as he told me that, yo, it's like the weight of the world just fell on me. Like, that was the first time in my life that I thought that it doesn't matter what I think of my speech impediment. It doesn't matter that I think that it's not going to hold me back. There are people out there who are going to judge me and who are going to try to hold me back. And I could have decided to get a lawyer and do some crazy stuff, but you know what? I was probably the most stubborn kid coming up. I used to actually say I never want to win a lottery because when I make it, I want to know that I earned it. You know what I mean? And so I did not want to, get a lawyer and do all that, cause all that commotion. I wanted to prove to myself that I could make it and not let this minor handicap, because there are people out there that got major, real shit they got to deal with. You know what I mean? And so I had to prove it to myself, and I was able in some way to prove it to myself, because I am someone that in the way that I define success, I've reached that level. Obviously I still want to grow, but I've reached that level in the way that I define it, and I did it against, the cards that I was dealt, right? So this video is not only for someone who has a speech impediment, it's for anybody that is going through something or has some challenges. Don't hold yourself back. You are the only person that can hold you back. So keep striving to do what it is you want to do. Nobody can stop you. Just keep on going for it. And lastly, if you think I don't stutter, ask anyone who knows me, or check out there you go, some of my other videos, and you'll see I definitely have a stutter. So I hope I haven't been rambling and talking for too long. I just wanted to share something of value, and if it's been helpful, please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear some of the struggles you have, some of the triumphs you've had, or just if you thought that I shared some value in this video, please let me know. Follow, subscribe. Thank you so much for your attention.